EA Sports. It's in the game.
Special thanks for inviting me to this opportunity.
Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sinek, and this is The Road to the Masters.
This video was made possible by EA Creator Network. Special thanks for inviting me to this opportunity. This video was made possible by EA Creator Network. Special thanks for inviting me to this opportunity.
Before we head out to the course, let's create your golf. Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour, the exclusive home of major championship golf. You'll be able to compete in the world's top amateur championships, including the Augusta National Women's Amateur and the US Amateur, before you graduate to the PGA Tour and take part in the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. The tee is yours at 30 of the world's most. Customize your experience by select your gameplay preferences here. That's it. Now take a minute to look around or select Quick Play to get out to the course.
EA Sports, in partnership with the United States Golf Association, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage from this opening round. This is going to be a compelling 4 days of golf. A lot of storylines to follow as we move through the weekend, and we take a look at the leaderboard here in round one. A number of folks in contention, including our leader. We'll get right out to the action here as we head to the tee at the par 4 first. And not the way you want to start your morning. That is going to be trouble right out of the starting gate. And with that, we welcome Nota Begay III, four-time winner on the PGA Tour. And Nota, you've been in this spot, and every tournament is, in a way, a classroom. Maybe a classroom at Stanford, your alma mater. It's a chance to learn, isn't it?
It really is, and the hardest thing is to temper your expectations and to keep the nerves under control, because every single round from this point forward can be a stepping stone and an opportunity to learn and make your game better and move towards your ultimate goal of playing at the highest level.
Okay, so good work there to get this back out into the short grass.
And really, this is not a bad spot to be, just a little short of the green. Certainly not out of the question to get away with a par. Oh boy, far from a good shot that.
This is a 13-footer. No, that at least was a good putt that could have very well gone in, but he misses by less than a foot. Okay, that finished off for a double here at 1. And that's going to move them back to 2 over par. The second hole, a par 3 measuring 220 yards. In theory, it's a straightforward, though long, par 3. 2 bunkers left and short shouldn't be in play, but the hole does play deceivingly uphill, so a solid strike is a must. And that one not on the green, but not in a terrible spot either, sitting up in the short grass.
Woo, Nelly. Whizzes past the hole. A difficult putt coming now.
Okay, this par 3 shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. That's going to move them back to 4 over. We head to the third now, our first par 5 at 563 yards. Bunkers appear to be scattered on either side of the fairway, so accuracy is a must. This green is definitely reachable in 2, but it does run nearly 50 yards from front to back, so if your approach isn't on target, you could be left with a putt of better than 100 feet. Yeah, nothing to fault there. Good balance, good follow through, and a good start to this hole. Really hit that second shot on the button to this par 5, but Frank couldn't get it to stop.
Yeah, too good, too long, sadly. Just gave that way too much.
Okay, on the putting surface, but work to do from there. We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
And this putt's going to want to go left all day long. It's back up the slope as well.
Close. Couldn't ask for much more on that putt. So that safely in. It's a par here at the third. And they'll remain at +4. Next up, we reach the par 4 fourth, measuring out at 443 yards. The bunker left of the fairway complicates things a bit, and it is easy to run a tee shot right through the fairway. But if you do wind up in the short grass, the approach shot is one of the most panoramic in golf. Well, that is right, and that could be trouble. Ooh, and that went straight down. That's going to be tough from there.
Oh, that ball limps its way onto the green, but yeah, you never know. One putt away.
This one going to require some pace back up the hill for birdie. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and they're going to stay right where they are. We turn northward along the beach here at the 445-yard par 4 fifth. Like the previous hole, the landing area is a narrow one, and it doesn't get much easier from there. The green's protected by a big bunker on the right, and be careful because those onshore breezes like to push the ball that way. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway.
In golf, you've heard the term mulligan. You'd love that, a do-over there, wouldn't you? I mean, that's just, that's very poor from that range.
Down to Iona, this for birdie.
Well, there is movement in this putt, but it's in that first 10 to 15 feet from right to left, and then from that point it will really straighten out.
Right, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and they'll remain right where they are. The second par 3 of this front side, another long one, this 6th hole measuring out at 217 yards. That voice in your head will be telling you, don't go left, because if you do, you'll be down the cliff and onto the beach here by 5 Mile Point. Okay, safely aboard. Look here at birdie.
And I think you need to start this one just outside the hole to the right and let that ball work its way slowly down the hill.
Safely in for par here at the 6th, and that'll keep them at 2 over par. So today, probably a disappointment for our young amateur. Not the way you want to start off a big tournament.
Quite simply, it's a learning experience, Rich. What can we take out of the round? What can we improve? And really, what lies ahead?
EA Sports, in partnership with the United States Golf Association, so proud to spotlight golf's best amateur talent from around the globe. Today, we bring you coverage of the second round. Things starting to slowly take shape here on this Friday. For some, it is a race for the top prize. For others, it's a fight to stick around for the weekend. as we show you the leaderboard. A lot of folks fighting for the title, including our leader. We head out to the course as we pick up the action on the tee at the par 4 fourth. Is starting up the right side. No problems there. That's going to wind up safely in the fairway. Perfect spot to play this second, middle of the fairway.
That's a head scratcher. That approach shot from relatively close in. I would have been looking at 10 to 15 feet.
Now, from long range, this for birdie. Settle. Yeah, that's really good from that distance. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And they'll stay at 3 over. On now to the number 1 handicap hole on the course. That is the 445-yard par 4 fifth. This one plays right along the bluffs of the Pacific. Keeping it straight here is the big key because trouble lurks on either side if your tee shot or your approach are wayward. Just no chance to hold the fairway there, and it bounds into the thick stuff. So even from the thick stuff, a chance still to possibly reach this green in regulation. Lost that one. Out of bounds, and that is a costly stroke. Now playing 4 after going OB on that previous shot. .21-foot putt set to go. That one just gonna sneak on by. Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. We continue our turn northward along the bluffs as we come to the par 3 sixth. It's another stout one at 217 yards. Most golfers will be happy to play toward the right center part of this large green and stay away from the trouble, including the cliff on the left. Okay, that's a good shot. Front left portion of the green and a birdie opportunity coming up. Let's bring in Nota Begay III for a look at birdie.
This is a very straight putt, but it will be fast. So you've got to be careful not to run this by if it wanders offline.
That one finished off. It's in for par. And they'll remain at +6 for the tournament. We head away from the coast now due east as we come to the par 4-7. A big wide fairway should make the tee shot manageable, but from there, this three-tiered clover-shaped green provides a lot of opportunities for 3 putts if that approach wedge is not dialed in. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Probably going to have to hit one more club here, Frank. A little bit uphill.
Just a little over-ambitious on that chip shot. Just sailed past.
Kidding? This game's unfair sometimes. That looked in the whole way. That one in. It is a bogey here at the 7th. And they'll slide a bit further here to 7 over par. The 8th hole is a par 4 at 385 yards. This one, similar in a lot of ways to the 3rd hole. The bigger hitters can easily clear those 2 fairway bunkers and, in theory, leave just a little pitch on for their 2nd. Second shot, good look at the green. And that will make it onto the putting surface, but ultimately, not a real good shot. This one, whew, right around 70 feet away, though it is for birdie. Oh my goodness, woefully short on that putt. Right about 9 feet here to the hole. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And they'll continue their slide. They're at 9 over par. So conditions were tough out there, Frank. Our featured golfer could never really put it together, and it's going to mean a missed cut.
I got to be honest, Rich, that was underwhelming. It really was. I think you got to have a good, cold, hot.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, Florida, it's opening round coverage of the event known as Q School. What might we have in store for us over the course of these next 4 days? We've got big names, we've got dark horses, we've got it all as we look at the leaderboard on this Thursday. Some good names up there, including our leader. So let's get out to the course, already deep into the round as we head to the tee on the par 4 15. Frank, what are you looking to do with this approach shot here at 15?
Anytime the flag's on the front, Rich, it's basically green light special. When the flag starts to get pushed towards that back area of that green, it starts to get narrower and narrower and narrower. And that's where you've got to be a little careful.
That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole. Nope. Oh, no. Okay, so that one finished off with double bogey. And they'll slide back now to 3 over par. Frank, this is a great hole late in the round. par 5 and a chance to really make up some ground or extend the lead. I mean, you can make some things happen here.
Shortest of the 4 par 5s and reachable for just about everyone. But really, it's the second shot. The better the tee shot, the easier you make that second shot.
No issues here. That is into the fairway. Oh, this could be trouble. Nope, that just did not look right from the start, and that ball is into the hazard. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. Nope, just not enough earth there to slow that ball down, and it is going to wind up in the hazard. So now following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up. Even with things going wrong, never too late for that. And that, in the hole, to save a double bogey. Always like this par 3, Frank, par 3 17th. Let me amend that. I like watching the best in the world play it because it can be daunting, especially with the pressure ratcheted up.
When they have the tournament on, this green is brick hard. It's a little bit downhill. That's about the only advantage you get.
And this is a common result. The 17th is a tough green to hit, and that will make its way into the back bunker. Now from the bunker.
Just a little splash out on this par 3.
Yeah, that one came out hot, tough to judge sometimes, coming out of the sand, and that winds up well beyond the flag. That one finished off toward bogey here at 17. And that's going to drop them back down to 6 over. Frank, the scene of so much drama through the years. The 18th here at Bay Hill. What's the key?
That fairway is rather generous, but once again it pinches in around 320, 330 yards. You've got to be cognizant of that. And of course that green shapes to the right, so good tee shot makes that second shot a little bit easier. And that tee shot finds the first cut. But really, with that second shot, it shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway. Looking to splash this softly onto the green. This from about 10 feet. Well, you miss 100% of the putts that don't get there, right? Lesson learned. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. That's going to drop them all the way down to 8 over par. These 4 days are going to be a grind. That's the nature of Q School. But day one, Frank, it's in the books.
Yeah, day one.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you this showcase of the best young players in the world of golf. From Arnie's Place, Bay Hill Club and Lodge in Orlando, today it's second round coverage of Q School. But if we see more of what we witnessed yesterday, we're in for a heck of a battle these next 3 days as we show you the current leaderboard here on this Friday. We've currently got a tie at the top at 5 under par. As for our featured golfer, a rough Thursday round means today could very well be the end of the line this week. So let's get out to the course as we join the action on the tee at the par 5 fourth. And that will do just fine. Now from way back, better than 300 yards, a second to the par 5.
Oh, so close to being good, that second shot. But now, that tricky bunker shot. An awkward little bunker shot. Just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Oh, the hands came through beautifully there. Good thump of the sand. and a good chance to save par. Okay, that one finished off for a par. And they'll remain at +8. Now to the fifth hole, and off the tee, Frank, how do these fairway bunkers sort of factor into your mindset as you prepare to tee off?
Well, if you watch the pros play on the Arnold Palmer Invitational, you see two different strategies here. Just an iron off the tee, give yourself a full shot in, or, well, if you're a longer hitter, take it over that bunker on the left.
Yeah, this is not the biggest of fairways, so that is a good shot here at 5. Second shot coming up. Let's bring in Iona Stephen.
130 is the number left of the flag today, and that pin, well, it's back left today.
This is a 23-foot putt. That is so painful when you come up that short.
Why is it that putts on line come up short?
Okay, finished off there for double bogey. That's going to move them all the way down to +10. Frank, this is a big, brawny par 5, and it can be menacing just looking at it from the tee with all of that water.
It's also tempting, reachable for the longer hitters, unless your name's John Daly, who took a whopping 18. So better than that, you're better than John Daly.
I don't see what's wrong with 18. If you break it down, that's 3 pars and an eagle. That's pretty good.
It is, but you're still playing the same hole.
Okay, that is a bit further back than Bryson, but it is safely in the fairway here at 6. So in the fairway, but a pretty good number to carry here for a second to the par 5. Oh, going with the 3-wood, but this is headed for the lake. And that is into the water. So the first shot made it over okay, but the second is swallowed up by this lake here at 6. So with a penalty stroke added in, now lying 3, readying for shot number 4. And that ball not wanting to cooperate, and it is into the hazard. So now following the drop, this will become the 6th shot coming up. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. You know, when the pros get up on a par 3 like this, they'll say very simply, this is a good par 3. And it is. It requires everything you have at 199 yards. Well-struck shot. That's all it's about. Nope, that's into that deep bunker front and left of this 7th hole. Okay, well, that is on the green, but apparently just too difficult to get enough loft on it out of the bunker, and that winds up well beyond the hole.
That's the cruelest thing about this game, Rich. I mean, it's just now it's another shot.
Okay, this par 3 shows its teeth. It is a double bogey. And they're going to fall even further below par. Frank, how about the 8th par 4, one of the more intriguing setups?
Ideally, you want to just work your tee shot away from that bunker. But this is one fairway you must hit because it's one of the toughest second shots on the golf course.
They call that position A. That's going to be right down the middle. Third shot coming up now from the bunker. Yeah, that's the price you pay sometimes in these greenside bunkers. That's going to leave a lot of work left to avoid dropping a shot. Oh boy, that would have been one heck of a par. That nearly went down, but it'll slide just by. That one polished off for bogey, and that's going to drop them even further down the leaderboard. We close out the front 9 at Bay Hill with a 474-yard par 4. It's tough to make par from that fairway bunker on the left, so play accordingly.
Now, it's in the first cut. There's always a little bit more grass around the ball that has to be factored in.
Second shot now from just a foot or two off the fairway. Now this for birdie.
Yeah, it's the break that you've really got to consider here. It will come from right to left. You've got to start it on line, and you've got a good chance of getting it close.
Oh boy, way short. Have to hit it. Oh no, I thought that was in for sure. Just a little jag right at the end, gonna leave it on the lip. Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And with it, they're gonna fall down even further. So Frank, this a very difficult Friday for our featured golfer. Nothing seemed to go right. And this is going to wind up an MC. That stands for
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Welcome to EA Sports PGA Tour Golf. I'm Sinek, and this is the Road to the Masters. Before we head out to the course, let's create your golfer. Welcome to EA Sports PGA. Select your gameplay preferences here. That's it. Now take a minute to look around or select Quick Play to get out to the course.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to present this first step on the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From La Quinta, California and PGA West, it's the opening round of the first tournament of the new year, the American Express. Well, it's been a long off season. Everyone here looking to get their new year off on the right foot. What better place to do it than right here in La Quinta as we see what's going on here in round one. Very little action to speak of here in the early morning hours. The advantage is one as they get ready to get this round underway. We'll head out to the action at the par 3 13. Frank, this is our golfer's first ever tournament as a professional on the PGA Tour. Now, you played a number of years on the European Tour before coming stateside, but take me back. What do you remember about your professional debut?
It's huge, Rich. I can remember it like yesterday. I was 19, and just how nervous you get. I was lucky enough that I had some friends that were professional golfers, and they took me aside, and they said, listen, you got two arms, you got two legs, you're just like everybody else in the field. Don't give in to them. But the nerves, too, you know, you feel like you're in somebody else's body, but they said the other bit of advice I got, nerves mean you care, so don't ever want to play without them. So great advice, too. And this is a moment that they will always remember, your debut on the PGA Tour.
A little tentative there, and that'll come up short. Okay, that one finished off. It is a bogey here at unlucky number 13. And they're going to slide backwards to 3 under par. You know, Frank, this is a great setting for kicking off the new season. This Palm Springs area weather is almost ideal every single year. It's kind of like golf in a dome. So what's the secret to being successful on desert courses like this? Because we've seen some really low scores through the years.
Rich, you nailed it. Dome-like conditions means everybody's going to go low. You're not really worrying about cross breezes. Plus, add that in that it's a relatively flat track. That means there's no elevation changes really to consider. Green's also relatively flat, so get that ball on the putting surface. Greens aren't overly quick, but really anything inside 20 feet, you're going to have a good look at it. And don't keep looking at that leaderboard, because if you think you're going to make birdies, everybody else is doing the same thing. Pedal to the metal. You know, to be fair, the fairway bunker shot's difficult, but now going to need a little bit of skill and touch to get it up and down. Certainly seeing some short game skills today. And that's more evidence here, really keeping this round together as we get closer to the clubhouse.
No issues there. It is a par here at 14. And that's going to keep them at 3 under. As we arrive at 15 and head back toward the clubhouse, we come to the hole they call Turning Home, a 468-yard par 4, and the second hardest hole at PGA West. Have to be straight off the tee, as there are bunkers on both sides of the fairway. Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. Now the approach here at 15. That's got to be disappointing. Good lie in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Line may have been a little more sunken in than we had thought, but all in all, not a bad shot out of the bunker. Just 5 feet left. Yeah, good putt. That's in for par here at 15, and they're going to stay right where they are. We now come to the 600-yard par 5 16th. Avoid the bunker on the left side of the fairway off the tee, and beware of the massive greenside bunker on your approach. Once in there, it's a chore to get out. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now, from just under 300 yards, a second from the fairway at the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's 2 good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Okay, on the green, but it's going to leave a putt that will get your attention. We turn to Nota Begay III for this look at birdie.
A great deal of success on the greens thus far, but this one's going to be a challenge.
Nah, that needed a little more firmness up the slope. Okay, didn't want to let that one get away. It is a par here at 16, and they'll remain right where they are. Well, you know when a hole is nicknamed Alcatraz, it is oftentimes not the most pleasant experience. The 17th hole's only 168 yards, but we're looking at an island green, and we're looking at all sorts of trouble, and we're looking at the pressure ratcheting up late in the round. This one has your attention, and on this shot, you need to be almost perfect. Okay, center of the green. Good shot. Down to Iona. This for birdie.
Well, they often say it's the toughest putt in golf. There's not a lot to it. I think you can take dead aim.
Okay, not a bad effort. No problems there. That's a par here at 17. And they're going to stay right where they are. We finish up our round at PGA West at the 439-yard par 4 18. Key here, avoiding the water running down the left side of the fairway. It is best to favor the right side, but you have to avoid the bunkers there as well. Beautiful tempo to that swing, and this is going to wind up squarely in the fairway. Frank, one last critical approach shot here at 18.
Well, if we see someone left of this flag that's not in the water, they've pulled their second shot.
Well, had a good look at the green, but couldn't cash it in. In the rough now, wondering what might have been.
There's always an adjustment of feel for a shot like that because you've got to judge what it feels like when you get so much grass between club face and ball. That's why the ball doesn't come out as quick.
Okay, a shake of the head as that one is finished off. And that's going to drop them to 2 under. Our featured golfer here today had some moments, but maybe not the round one you're looking for, Frank.
Too many mistakes, Rich. Right now, don't think about the leader. Just worry about improving your own game.
So that's it for us. For Frank, Noda, Iona, and our entire crew, Rich Lerner saying, EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From sunny La Quinta, California, live second-round coverage of the opening tournament on the tour schedule, the American Express. What a great time of year to be here in La Quinta. If you come in July, expect temperatures north of 110 degrees. But now, here in January, this is perfect as we check our Day 2 leaderboard. Sam Burns is on top. He's at 9 under. We get out to the play at the par 3 6th. So this, the second round of the American Express. Our featured golfer we're following here really turned some heads in that first ever round on the PGA Tour yesterday. What'd you see?
I just saw a complete player, Rich. I know the golf course yields itself to low scores, but take that aside. When you drive the ball well, hit iron shots like that, knock a few putts in, you're going to turn a few heads. And every season, as you know, Rich, I'm always looking for a new name. Might have just found one. Well, that was nearly very good. Just the speed of the green taking that one away.
Cleans that up in the hole. Par 4 7th is only 346 yards, but there is trouble down the right side with the water, so you need to be straight here, and it might be a good idea to pull out the fairway wood or even a long iron just to keep it in play, give yourself a chance at making birdie. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. So one round in the books for our featured golfer as a professional, and it was subpar. Nota Begay III was out on the grounds following the action. And Nota, what were your takeaways from what looked to be a really solid first round?
Well, subpar meaning in the red versus below average, and I really liked what I saw. There were some nerves early in the round, but this player was able to settle down, get into their game, start to execute at a high level, and really came out with a very nice start.
An awkward little bunker shot, just splash it out, let the ball run towards the flag.
Yeah, the green just didn't want to hold that one. That'll run off into the short grass. A little too much juice on that one, and now a little bit more work coming back.
Potential to make a mess here.
Are you kidding me?
That looked like it was in.
Okay, finished off there for double bogey. And that's going to move them back down to even par. This is one where you can just air it out, as they like to say on tour. Let the big dog eat here. Par 5/8 is 559 yards. There is no water like we had on the 3 previous holes. Lots of sand here, but this one, tee it high, let it fly, and go chase it. The PGA Tour season kicking off here at PGA West in La Quinta, California. And we're back at it next week. Frank will make the 2-hour drive down to La Jolla and Torrey Pines outside of San Diego for the Farmers Insurance Open. Just such a good time of year, isn't it?
Oh, it certainly is. It's just stunning. I mean, rain, hail, or shine, this is just a beautiful part of the world. If you don't like beautiful countryside and coastline, I mean, there's something wrong. This is gorgeous. Just gave that way too much.
We welcome in Iona Stephen. This, a putt for birdie.
Yeah, and this one's easy to overcompensate that left to right break. There is a little bit, but not too much.
The pace, absolutely perfect there. Down the slope, it's in for a birdie. And they're going to move into red figures now at 1 under par. Finishing up on the front side here at PGA West with a 452-yard par 4 ninth. Water down the right, so it is best to favor the left side off the tee. Just what you want at this point in the round. You're trying to find a rhythm, hit fairways, hit the middle of the club face. That's what they did right there. Frank, break down this second shot here at the 9th hole.
The second shot's a little bit like the tee shot. We know that the biggest trouble is on the right with the water, but there's also a bunker between water and green. So Pete Dye is enticing you to try and play the correct shot, which is one that just moves a little left to right towards the flag. And there is a little bit of relief. You know, if you just miss it a touch, you're in the sand, not the water.
Oh, not ideal. Those bunkers here at 9 are deep, and that's where this one wound up. Maybe a little too steep with the angle of entry there. That ball didn't stay airborne for too long, and it is going to wind up in the rough.
"18 feet from the bottom of the cup."
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. Oh, no. Didn't go your way. It happens in golf, so just pick up and move on. It's a recurring theme here at PGA West. Avoid the water. That's down the right side. If you do that, this par 4 10th at just 416 yards offers up a good chance to make a birdie. Second shot coming up. Let's check in for the first time with Notavige III.
Staring at 147 yards to the front, 160 to the hole. Hole cut right in the middle.
Uh-oh, that's trouble over there. Oh, and that is into the hazard. That ball just got up into that right to left breeze and could not work its way back. So now, after the drop and the penalty stroke, this is going to be shot number 4 coming up. Not that time. Pretty good effort, but it'll wander a couple of feet by. Well, hit the stroke limit on that one. So our featured golfer here, Frank, not going to play the weekend in that first ever PGA Tour event, but you have to figure there will be brighter days ahead.
No question about that. I mean, you've got to try and find the lay of the land, so to speak. There's a brand new golf course, never played it.